It's your boy, Guy. We lie, with my boy Shine on the mic, and it's always good vibes. It's always good vibes with Guy and Shine. GOODVIBES. Always good vibes with Guy and Shine. It's always good vibes with Guy and Shine. It's always good vibes with Guy and Shine. It's always good vibes, always on time, never too late, we all gon' shine. Somebody told me to sit and rewind, but I just move forward, man, life is divine. We're all stars and we in our own galaxy. We're all one, so I guess we're all family. It's never that serious, don't even know why you're mad at me. When life gives you lemons, you just add some honey. It's always good vibes with Guy and Shine. GOODVIBES. It's always good vibes, Guy is good, Guy and Shine. I've been working so hard, man, I need a break, so we book a flight to Miami. Call the man, them Guy and Shine in Miami. Man, I'm chilling with the family, hitting different beaches with the melodies, getting tan and burning all the calories. And you know we're getting lit on the live stream. Yeah, we did it for the IG. Shine is good vibes, yes, always. My boy Guy is good vibes, yes, always. This live stream is good vibes, yes, always. My whole life is good vibes, yes, always. It's always good vibes with Guy and Shine. GOODVIBES. It's always good vibes with Guy is good, Guy and Shine. It's always good vibes with Guy and Shine. It's always good vibes with Guy and Shine.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. I got that picture still up, Sean, but I don't care. I didn't get it pulled down in time. I had a lot going on right there in that little action to get that right.
I heard we're going to Miami.
Welcome to Miami.
Need a vacation.
Yeah,
Whoa.
man. Yeah. Shout out to Suno hitting that off for me real quick this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, that was like 10 minutes before we come on. I had that genius. Oh, and it told me, the reason I know it was genius is because when I was doing the song, then it was telling me that your creative genius was being made, and it also said
nice.
your next number one hit was being made.
Oh wow!
And, yeah.
Wow, that's a
It
guarantee.
told me that when I was on. I was like,
It sounds like the big record man.
yeah, I was so happy. I
Gonna
was
make
like,
you a star.
yeah, because it said it. I'm sure it doesn't say it for everybody. That would be lying. So I was like, well, it's gotta be talking to me when it says that.
Oh,
It's finally Friday with your, let me get this thing pulled up. We got a Gen X in the house here. Let's see. It's finally Friday with your fearless, funny, fresh kings of flow. Guy and Shine flipping the funk into fire and fatigue into full-on Friday freedom. Holy shit.
Man.
Like, that's how I felt. That's truly how I was feeling right before I read that. I was feeling that same. I just couldn't get the words to come out.
Yeah.
It's almost like he reached into my little brain and then pulled out that. Man, my kid had to decide to weed eat right there. He's right there. It's like you got 2 acres and it's like, but he's right there.
Just wants
That's
to
the
be close to
longest
you.
he's ever spent weed eating in our whole entire yard. But he's right there. But I'm sure it's a great job. He's
Oh yeah. And at least you
God
don't
bless
have to
his
do
soul. You know,
Yeah.
he's weed eating, and he's been weed eating. Our house is only 80 foot long.
it. Right.
You know, it's not that long. He's been
Oh.
out there since me and you was on here talking before we came on
We
live.
fall
So
asleep in the same place.
I don't know. I think it might have something to do with him knowing it's got to be annoying the hell out of Dad. Because he
Probably.
has to, you know,
Yeah.
he's like, I know you can hear this.
Take
I
that.
love it. I don't care.
Yeah,
That's part of the
cool.
show. Welcome, guys. It's Friday, man. Always good vibes, 11 to 1 Eastern Standard Time with Guy and Shine. We appreciate y'all being here. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's my daughter's birthday, man.
Oh,
She'll be
happy
she's,
birthday to her.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
She's 17 today. This is the first
That's a big
birthday
one.
that I'll get to spend with my little gal. You know, this is one of those times I've never been a man of money, or about money anyway. But this is one of them times in your life that you wish as a dad that you could just shower them with anything that they wanted.
Yeah.
Especially I mean, I almost feel like that. I wish that if I had the money, I would go buy a gift for every year that I've missed. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I feel like if I had it to do it, that would be how my heart feels about, you know, daggone it, man. I wish those. And I don't like to do that to myself too often, but it's gonna always be one of those days for me that it's like, man, you know, you're trying to figure out this relationship, but I wish that me and her wasn't going. But I wish we didn't have this to deal with, but we're dealing with it and we're getting there. So I'm excited. She's supposed to be coming up with her mama to about 12 today, and my aunt Chris, the lady that sings the song
Yeah.
that I have on here, and my uncle Jerry and my aunt Melinda, who are all just absolutely awesome. It's gonna be like throwing her right into the right,
Oh, well, you
right
know.
into the deep end with her. She'll be broke by the time this season's done. She'll be broken just fine. She'll
One of the greatest gifts they say is connection. So I mean, you know, for her to have everything as far as full family goes, or
Yeah.
knowing her dad, I mean, I'm sure that's more
Well, it's really
more than
super,
anything in dollars and cents. You know what I mean?
it's so super special for me as a nephew. It just so happens that these are aunts and uncles that was a hell of a lot more than just aunts and uncles to me.
Yeah.
You know, they were a part of our lives as young people, and in my personal opinion, they were just as much and just as important part of who I am today as anything that my mom or dad had to give me. Now, my mom and dad ultimately give me everything because they let me be around these people, and they had that. It was always that circle of people that was around. So, you know, I'm excited because they're all the way in Maryland. So the opportunity for them to get to be around my daughter and her get to see the interaction between my family, just the way they're a little bit crazy, and it's all good, and it's in the best sort of way. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I'm excited. I know she's gonna be like, "Holy what did I just?"
Yeah, I changed my mind.
Yeah. She's going into the deep end, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
How
you
far
know.
is it from Maryland to where you're at?
it's a little over 400 miles.
Oh.
When I used to go to my aunt Chris's, whenever I would leave from here as a young man, and
Yeah.
I would go, I would always kind of use her home as like that was like my GPS coordinate. I knew how to get there, and I knew that was like a spot I could, you know,
Yeah.
I could throw all my stuff down and kind of just throw me down, you know, kind of like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm here. And I remember from over in Adrie, where we first lived at, in little old Formstone house over there. It was 430, right at 430 miles from from where I pulled out of the driveway till when I started up her road where she lives at there. So yeah, it's 400 and some miles, and then they still live in the same place, her and my uncle Scott, but my uncle Jerry and Aunt Melinda, they live in Cecil County, which is not too awful far from where that is. It's just across
Gotcha.
the county line, but still yet Maryland. Just in my aunt Chris is in Harford County, Maryland, and my uncle Jerry and my aunt Melinda are in Cecil County, Maryland. But it's not far.
They're all pretty close.
Yeah, it's within, you know, easy driving distance each other. I don't know exactly the distance, probably like maybe 20 minutes or something, like driving. I don't know that. It's something like that. But anyway, yeah, they're
Cool.
going to be here, and it's kind of cool, man. I'm excited about it. When I get off here, then I'm going to walk down, and because she's supposed to be here at like 12 with her mama, because her mama has never met my mom. So
Okay.
that gives them an opportunity to get to meet and get to know each other just a touch, and they'll like each other because they're I mean, Miss Beth is just super cool. She was a friend of mine, and still, I hate to say it like that, she still is a friend of mine.
Right.
But she's just a super cool individual. So they'll have a good time, and I know there ain't nobody gonna be killing each other before I get down there. So
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
still
it.
I'm doing this. I'm not missing it because I do enjoy it, and I do just have fun, and like I told you. I know that my star don't shine bright enough that I can just count on good looks and charming personality alone. It's going to be a consistency key that keeps me in the game, and
Yeah.
I like doing it well enough that it's like I just have fun with it, get to share with everybody how I'm feeling, get my emotions in check because it's like daggone, man. You can't help but just be a little bit deep thoughted about it in some ways.
Well, I
Like,
hope
man,
I hope so. You know what I mean? And I think that's the better way to go about it than to, like you said, to have the good looks and charisma. Which you do have, I might say. But
I wasn't
it's
saying that I didn't. I
it's
just was saying that I wasn't relying on that completely. I lean in on it a little bit, but I don't lean in it. It ain't it any. I don't do it the whole way. I just lean. I don't give all my weight on that. I
Yeah,
give quite a bit of, probably like a 60-40, 70-30
yeah.
split.
You gotta lean in, lean back.
Yeah. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, so to speak.
Know when to walk away, know when to run.
Yeah. But that's that. It's like now. I guess if we'd have been having it somewhere else, obviously, if it would have been a time I had to be there and had to miss, then it would have been like okay. But man, it's like right next door, and it's like I like doing this well enough and sharing with everybody the experience in it because. I mean, how many people how many times does this happen in life where it's like a dad and a daughter don't really get to know? I know it happens quite a bit, but not that often where,
No,
both of them would have really loved to got to know each other,
Yeah.
but they didn't, but now they do. So it's kind of like, it's kind of cool, man. Like, I
Yeah,
don't really,
it
it's
is.
cool, but scary.
Yeah, I can imagine. But at
You know.
least, at least it's been embraced is the word I'll use. Because I know a few fellas, including myself, is that, you track down parents after years and the reception is not warm.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll
That
put it
sucks,
that way.
man. That
But,
sucks.
So that's why this is such a good feel story. You know what I mean? Because she's got a place where she's welcome and wanted. And I mean, that's what more does a person need, right? So, yeah, good on you, man.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody here. We appreciate y'all being here. We got Diamond in the Sticks. Appreciate you. Tommy Kenyon. Brother Tommy's in the house.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, man. Gen X. Appreciate you, man. Brother, appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Yeah.
you, man.
Yeah.
Gen X is a straight up cool cat and
Yes, sir.
and trying to help. I told him the other day, just in text, I was like, man, I always take advice. Especially from people that I respect, that I can see even through this, like with you, I can see through the screen that I'd be the same way face to face, that I would have a mutual respect for what you have to say. Well, that's the kind of man that I see in him, that I would give him it doesn't matter that it's through YouTube. Like, I feel like I'm gonna give you that respect. I can't wait to get to meet the man. And the cool part is he ain't far up the road, because YouTube be damned. One day or another, I'm gonna show up close enough that be like, hey, yeah, I'm in the area. Like, like if there's ever anything I did wrong,
I
that'd be the time.
I was just
That'd
in the
be the time
neighborhood.
you get to take it out on me if there's ever.
You better start. Well, I mean, your photos are looking good, but I still think
Yeah.
toe to toe, you're gonna have to tire them out.
Oh, I'm running. I'm
You're
running.
gonna have to.
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna tell you, if he's gonna whoop me, it's gonna be after about a couple mile sprint behind me.
Good chase, a good foot chase.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to save myself a little bit of wind for some
The
bobbing
real
wind.
question is, can you run faster scared than he can mad?
Oh, I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Don't let the lip fool you. You put blue lights behind me, or a big fella wanting to whoop me, and
You're
I
like
can
that
roll.
guy in the De Niro movie where the limp isn't real, and at the end he turns his foot and he's walking perfectly
Bro,
straight.
I'm
remember
telling
that?
you, man. I'm telling you. Yeah. You ain't seen quick. You ain't seen quick.
You see
Hey.
Jackrabbit fast.
You don't stay this pretty by being slow. Okay.
No. That's a fair assessment.
Because I can promise you this mouth has got me into a lot of trouble before.
You don't say.
And I'm not going to say I fought my way out of it. I'm just going to say that they didn't have much of a chance of getting hold of me. I'm out, man. Like, where'd guy go?
I think he's all slicked up in butter.
yeah.
Gone.
Nobody wants to fight a naked man.
Nobody. That's a fact.
So, like,
That's a fact.
come on. Yeah, nobody wants none of that. Oh man, hey, the first time I got a dear friend who still struggles in life just a little bit, but that does not make his heart not just as golden as it can be. And I went into the penitentiary and I got shipped out of receiving. And I finally landed at Dillwyn, and you know, it was a class. It was a level 2 facility, so it was a dorm setting. It was, I don't know how many men, 60, 70, whatever it was in the big old dorm there. But I'm in taking my shower for the evening. I just got shipped there, and I'd been there maybe 4 or 5 hours at this point. But man, I had to get a shower because you'd been stuck on the bus all day, getting transported and just sweating. It, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I gotta go get me a shower. So I'm getting my shower, and there was another fella or two in there, and we taking our shower and stuff, and then all of a sudden this all sudsed up dude like looked at me and said with this real country voice, and he was a big fella, you know what I mean? He asked me if I wanted to wrestle, and I was like, not really, you know what I mean? I'm like, no. I mean,
Oh my
I didn't
God.
know this dude. I didn't know this man from Adam. He was a big fella. Like I'm not a very big guy, so I'm like, I don't want to marry you.
You're not
That's kind of what I was wanting to do.
You're not the first fella I have heard this question being asked to.
It was so
you
funny
all
though,
wrestle.
because he laughed at me when I was like, not really, you know, like no.
Yeah.
No,
is there any
don't.
other way? We
Is
could
there
work
any
this
other way
out?
to solve this problem? Like especially at this time, like
Looks
you know,
like you dropped your soap.
could we at least rinse off first? You know, like, he was
Oh, my
and he's
goodness.
still like that, man. He come to my first live show. He's been back and forth out of the penitentiary, but he was home at the time.
Yeah.
And him and Zach was there, and Zach's wife and my kid at the, you know, he was just a little fella.
Yeah.
And then he showed up, and I'm gonna tell you, I could hear over the band, over everything, I could hear his loud mouth back, screaming, hooping, and hollering, carrying on. I mean, but he
Yeah.
don't care. He's one of them people that can say anything, anywhere, at any time, and he gets away with it. Now, if I tried to say some of the same stuff, somebody gonna
Different results.
somebody something will happen bad to me.
Yeah.
He's
I always
the
enjoy
kind
those
that could-
kind of people
Hey,
that
me
live
too.
life to the fullest, man.
Me too.
It's like,
Dude, I was so
don't-
nervous that first show. Man, I was so nervous, you know, because
Yeah.
I'd never done it before.
Yeah.
And the guys I was playing with, I knew that they had, and you know, it's like, here I am, a front man. I don't even know what that definition really means. Like, I don't know what that's like. I don't know. Like, I could sing a song, you know. So you know, you're all nervous and everything, but then, you know, having that kind of soul out there that's on your side,
Oh,
you're like,
yeah.
hell, I'll sing these songs
Oh,
for
hell
him
yeah.
all night. I
Yeah.
don't care.
One
You
person
know.
turned up like that, it fires you up, man. It
Yeah.
lights that candle, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, it does.
that's cool.
Yeah, he's one of them. One of these days, I hope everybody, because he's a great comedian too. He's just funny. He's truly a hit. I mean, he's from down in Hayside, which is still yet south from where I'm at, about 45 minutes.
Yep.
And I mean, he's country as cornbread, but he's so cool. He's just just a tough guy. I mean, he's a real life
Mm-hmm.
tough
Yep.
guy. I mean, he's
Yep.
been in and out of the penitentiary, lived it up, lived it rough, and just done stupid stuff his whole life. And I reckon he'll probably be doing dumb stuff till the day he dies. And I ain't gonna try to stop him.
No.
You know, I was like,
No.
when he comes to my house, he's just fine. He's wonderful. But when he goes out, it's hard to say if he's gonna be back anytime soon. Like he left my house well, actually, last time I seen him, me and Zach had the deli open.
Yeah.
And he stopped in on this Harley Davidson, all loud and obnoxious, and then I ain't seen him since. That was the last time I seen him. It's been like years now.
Whose
He'll
Harley
show
was he
back up.
riding?
He'll show back up one of these days. Just pop in. He'll be like, got in trouble and had to
No,
go.
these are like brief
Oh yeah,
spurts,
yeah.
right?
Oh
Where you
yeah. That
see
was
him
like
for a few hours, see you in 5 to 10. Yeah.
pretty much.
All
Pretty
right.
much, man. He's
Gotcha.
one. It's
Yeah.
almost like just stupid luck follows him everywhere he goes. But he puts himself in some dumb spots
Yeah,
too.
well,
Let's
you
just
know.
be honest. Like, hey,
Yeah.
and, like So it's not for me to say what he
These
got in
things are
trouble
not
for, but,
happening
like,
randomly. I
like,
guess is
yeah,
what you
like,
getting at.
you kind of brought that one on yourself. Like, you know,
Do you see what happened here?
yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
care?
But
Yeah.
he's so cool. I got a couple of them kind of buddies though, man. That like truly, if you just put a camera in front of them and just film the way that they were
Oh,
naturally
man.
with just the way that they are,
Oh, yeah.
you got gold because
Oh,
they're
yeah.
just the kind of people that's like my buddy Jackson. One of these days I'm gonna have him on here. I'm gonna have him come sit right here beside me, and he's just one of them kind of people that if you can get him going, and I got that gift. And he just is funny as hell, but he's one of them now he's one of them that I might ought to have me a beat button. I ain't gonna lie, and you never know what the conversation's gonna be with him. But he's so funny and just the way, and charisma. He got that charisma about him,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
That like you don't care what he says, you just want to hear it. You're like, okay,
yeah, exactly.
tell me something. Like, okay,
Go
Like,
ahead. What have you been up to?
Yeah, and then that's all you got. That's all you need.
Oh yeah, it's good having those kind of guys, man.
It is.
Because they keep you, like, you know what I mean. Sometimes I don't know, like the way things are. Sometimes in the world, it feels like you can't be 100% yourself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But always having them kind of guys around don't give two shits about what's
They don't care.
happening next.
Don't care.
It's
And
like,
I
yeah,
love it.
yeah.
I love it.
I forgot
We
about
got
that.
me and Zach got a friend. His name's Stanley, and he's another one of them people that he's so naturally goofy
Yeah.
that, and I don't want to say because he's very smart, very intelligent, but
Oh, yeah.
he has a
Yeah.
goofiness and
There's like a switch to change.
there's an ability that he can talk and say anything in front of anybody, and nobody really
Oh,
nobody cares.
no one's
because-
gonna interject or just
No,
all hanging on
no,
every word. And it's
no.
like he's been speaking for 3 hours straight, and I haven't seen him drawing a breath yet.
Yeah, and he ain't made the first point about nothing.
No, we're in for the
Nothing.
long haul.
Nothing. We just wait to just see when he stops at this point. We're not waiting on a point at this point. You know, we're just kind of betting on how long
This is
how long
your
he's gonna keep
entertainment.
going.
Yeah, exactly. Place your bets.
Yeah, well, yeah.
man.
Like,
Yeah.
but you know, you'll hear him say things that I know that in my life, if I was to try to say something like he said it or the way somebody would have done jokes, and it's not about size because he's smaller than I am. He's just
Yeah.
one of them people
Mhm.
that just is so goofy that nobody cared. Nobody's gonna do anything to him because it's like love it's hard. You know, he's one of them people. Love it's hard, but he's really not like that. He's really not dumb but everybody
I get
kind
it.
of just
I
treats
get
him
it.
that like love is
Yeah,
hard.
yeah, yeah.
you know?
Well, you know, there's nothing better than playing into what you're given, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's awesome. That's too funny.
It's fun to have those it really is fun to have those kind of
Yeah.
buddies. But you know, they're so few and far between like that. And they're the ones that stick out, so they're the ones that usually wind up in trouble.
Yeah, well, see, that's
You know?
that's interesting. It's an interesting segue because you know my son was asking me about friends and stuff like that, and like, you know, he's getting to that point where wanting to know about like you know, talking about these friends are going to be my friends for life, and you know, he's been talking like this for about a year now, so it got me thinking, and you know, with the tech and stuff we have now, starting to reach out to some of these guys that like we're referencing now, and starting to get that connection back with them because some of them it's been 15, 20 years, some of them, and getting to talking again, and they're exactly the same as they were, which is great. Some of them, you know, are in prison, but most of them are doing well, and you know, getting just to talk to them even over the phone or however you get to talk to them, it snaps you back into a time,
It does.
at least for me, where you know, like things were a lot more carefree. I found, at least I know I certainly was. You know what I mean? And that was a big part of having friendships with good people like that. So
Yeah.
you know, appreciate you guys for listening.
Yeah, appreciate you.
From
Desert.
wherever you're listening from. Yeah. So.
Yeah. We have a video. My mom says she has a video. Gen X, we have a video. Guys on Chris playing the Thumper singing
Oh, no
Country
way.
Roads. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, last night I took that thumper down this Gretsch that they're the ones that sent me this Gretsch as a gift.
Right.
So I took it down and I took Martini down and I took that thumper and let everybody play with the thumper. But once again, man, everybody that pretty much got on it, a few minutes with it, you start understanding. Like, boom, boom, boom. That's all you're needing is boom, boom, boom. You're not having to now. There, you can get as fancy as I guess you want to get with it. But as
For
far
sure.
as in music making, anybody that can just
keep
go
that rhythm.
that can
Boom,
just clap their
boom,
hands
boom,
can hold
boom,
that thing. Boom, boom, boom,
Mm.
boom. And I love that. That brings me so much joy to see just anybody. Like anybody, if you haven't had a chance to learn an instrument, I could pick anybody out of a crowd that could keep a beat and bring them up on stage with a few people playing and show them what I want them to do and let them sit there and mess with it 15, 20 seconds and then play a song. And by the time that song was done, I can almost guarantee it that they would be like, oh, yeah, boom. But if all you can do is just boom, 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 that is music, brother.
Yep.
And it fills up so much space
Oh, yeah.
within a circle like that. And I geek out on it. I ain't gonna lie. It trips me out, the simplicity behind it.
Well,
With
yeah.
all of it, it flips me out, man.
Yeah, like we were talking about that. I know we were talking about it off air. And like I remember being at my great grandparents' place at like different picking circles, playing circles, and like, you know, you had the washboard, you had the thumper, whatever the name is, then you had people playing guitar and mandolin. But you'd also have people with different jars, mason jars, with like screws in them or bolts, and they'd have different timing on, like, you know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
And you got this whole thing going on that somebody's clacking on the spoon.
I love it.
What?
Yeah.
This whirlwind of
Music,
music
man.
builds up. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
Desert Rose, Beads, and Bubbles, have an outstanding afternoon. Appreciate you stopping in. Thank you very much. I'm off to feed the zoo and get this day
Absolutely.
rolling. I'm in Arizona. It's still early here. Cool.
Have a safe
You
day.
all get some sun and find a reason to smile today. Big hugs. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. We try to give a few reasons to smile as well.
Yes, we
Always
do.
good vibes to you, our friend. Thank you.
Oh, it's Friday.
Tommy Kenyon said hello at Desert. And let's see, Brother Gen X says, okay, so when me and Jimena come, we're going to make a music video. I can play the thumper and maybe a few toots from the heart. You daggone right.
You're going to have
Yes,
to show
sir.
some skin. That's the
Yes,
deal.
sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I'm convinced of it that anybody that can keep. Hey, and I figured out
You play
this little
harmonica
trick.
too, don't you? Doesn't Jim play a harmonica too? I thought I remember that.
Yeah,
from the
he said he
past.
plays the harmonica.
Yeah.
A few
Nice.
toots from the harmonica.
All right.
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
love it, man. Yeah. Yeah. Grand Ole Opry, better watch out. See, here we come. We're gonna bust the doors wide open.
Next
Don't
time.
charge us with a felony, please. Don't, keep it a misdemeanor.
If
Because
you
I
could
mean
leave
it
the
in
door
love.
unlocked, it would be better.
I'm only breaking the doors down because I love you.
Yeah, that's it.
You
Yeah.
know, don't, at least, charge me a good misdemeanor, but don't bump it up to a felony.
If someone else
So,
breaks the door, hypothetically, and we were just to enter, would that just be unlawful entry?
that's a good point.
We talk to a liar about this. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, he'll be able to convince me.
Yeah.
It's the judge. It's like, buddy, you ain't got to convince me. Is this
Yeah.
gonna work with the judge?
20 years.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
out.
Because I'm gonna tell you, throwing mercy at them or whatever, throwing mercy on the door or to the court, that didn't work.
Better
didn't
hope you
work.
get them before lunchtime, too. It's usually your odds after lunch
Oh,
aren't better.
Man, oh Lord, and I was like one of the first ones up. I'd have thought he'd been in a fairly good mood, but
No.
apparently I set him off.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
my,
know.
my experience is you want to be mid-pack in the morning. So if he's cranky, he can wake up and get through them first few. And then you gotta...
I tell you what, man, I think he was on some medicine because he just pretty much give everybody the same sentence. I think he thought us all was the same person.
75 years, Judge.
I
You
mean,
can't give them much.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
Holy
buddy.
smokes.
Yeah, he was happy with the number 20 that day. I ain't gonna lie. And
He must
it
have
was
lost at the track the night before or something
Yeah,
on horse number
something.
20.
it ain't alive, bro. It was
That's crazy.
that gone,
Sad.
man.
Yeah.
Man.
Sad. It
I
is
thought
sad,
about
though,
trying a
man.
new heart. Looks fun, but hard on the teeth. Jew heart, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Juice harp is hard, and
It's
I
hard to
tried
play,
them.
too, man. I could never
Yeah.
get the sound out of them right. Plus,
It's
just-
uncomfortable for me. I
Mhm.
feel like I'm getting ready to like choke or something.
Yeah.
I just can't get the feel for it to be in there and be able to do anything
Yeah.
worth a nickel. It sounds like a messed up turkey call.
I've had a few
Oh.
of them, and I've never had any luck. Never.
Yeah,
Never.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Ziggy Manley, hey, what's up? Shout out to you, brother Zach. Appreciate you
Yes,
being here
sir.
in the house. That's brother Tommy's good friend, man. I got to meet him on Tommy's live stream a couple weeks ago, man, and he's just
Yep.
an outstanding individual, and I'm happy to have him as part of our community, man. So shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you being here. This is
Yeah,
Guy and
thank
Shine.
you.
11 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Shout out to
Yes.
everybody here. I see Brother Tommy down the bottom of the house. We're going to play out Shine's song here called
Echoes of Goodbye, fresh off the press. It's you'll hear it here first. So thanks, guys. See you in a minute. And I don't need your insides now. Your opinions always drove me down. On the inside, the other side of out, I can feel like I've sold myself out. While I whisper to the wind, I don't feel like I'm being heard, or I should stick around. So I let the darkness more than creep in. Let it tell me this life ain't worth living. So I go out a long, slow walk. I ain't coming back, and I ain't want to talk. Yeah. Miss my friends, decisions that don't leave. Take a second after a lifetime of pain. Judge me as you will, don't give a damn. You're the one that said I wasn't right when I am. Hear me out, I'm tired, more tired than you know. This ain't part of your fucked up show. So I say the words I really need to say, but I muffle myself, 'cause I'm afraid of what they'll think. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Sky and Shine, 11 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Always good vibes. My friends, let's see, let me get our stage set up proper here. There we go. Guys, hey, there's Brother Tommy in the house, man. Good to see you, Brother Tommy. Thanks for coming in, man. Got Mom in the house. Hey, Mom.
Hey,
I see you down there.
Mom, baby.
I'm writing Gen X a dictionary. Got to make sure it's good vibes. Laugh out loud, Mama.
I reciprocated.
say.
I gave Gen X a little taste of that. He liked it. Saw up above. I used the letter X.
Yeah, that's cool.
You guys should bring back the encyclopedia.
Yeah.
If you start now, you could have a series in probably the next 4 years.
I'm learning as I go. Like the thing about being consistent, and you mentioned here earlier, guy, being consistent, you learn things. And when I've been experiencing like all this processing power, lacking processing power when I've been going live.
Yeah.
And I just realized when I disconnect one of my many monitors I have, only going up, if I look up to the side, I'm looking at the monitor now, but now I'm looking at the camera. It actually helps me to focus on the camera because now I have a blank screen right here.
Right.
I'm disconnecting that monitor and my computer's going a lot better now. It doesn't have to take all the processing power to feed two monitors.
I got you.
And it helps on many fronts too.
Yeah, man.
Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah.
tip.
Yeah. Having everything in front of you, like, because I'll have them stacked, right? So, like, you have the camera there, computer here, and then devices below. So I can see what's going on. Because otherwise, every time a comment comes in, I have to, like, do one of these.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'll keep it here. I'll keep it
look
here.
up to the side.
Yeah.
And look back at the camera.
Yeah.
I got you.
Maintain eye contact.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, hey, all those little tips on that, like, your technology side, hey, you never know who knows it and who don't know it.
No.
Because dude,
Took a long
until
time
I
to
started
figure out,
learning
man.
about latency issues, then I already knew what he was talking about only from about a week ago after starting to try to learn about what all does what and how it works. And I did learn that having things on draws from the speed in which that your computer can do. And I did know that already, but I'm glad that he said something about it because it's important to realize that, like if you're having some issues, it may just simply be because you got too much going. And you got to give your computer a little bit more juice or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
or just
more
plug it in your
memory.
Wi-Fi.
Or move, like I use an external hard drive, and like I got to do it, like because those audio files and video files, they take up a lot of space. So once I have a project,
External hard drive is a must.
yeah. It plus two. The other reason why I got one is because my buddy, like he has his own page, and he had troubles with his. He's got a big page over 100K. But anyway, the point is that somebody took some of his stuff and used it on TikTok, and then they got into a whole battle about whose stuff this was, right? So YouTube shut him down completely, and if he had all his stuff only on YouTube, he would have lost it all, right? So he did lose some of it, but like he kind of warned me in the beginning. He's like, you don't want that to happen. If they ever shut you down, at least you still have your stuff, right? Now I've heard that YouTube doesn't keep your stuff, but when you have a quarrel with somebody, like, or somebody maybe took some of your stuff without being able to take it, then it goes into a freeze where they look for like 6 months and investigate. But during that time, you can't put anything up. So anyway, he got his page back, so it's a feel good story at the end. But those 6 months he didn't have it, he was not very impressed. So like 10 years of work, and somebody takes your stuff in 2 minutes, right? So yeah.
Yep.
So back her up. And
Gen X in the house. Appreciate you, Gen X. Thanks for being here, man. Mama B, happy Friday, sunshine. Hope you're having an amazing morning. Yeah, she's getting ready for Miss Chloe to be here. She should be here. What time is it? It's 10 minutes till 12. She's supposed to be here around 12 o'clock. So I'd say Mom is pretty stoked about them getting here, starting their day. Got Ziggy Manley in the house. Thank you, Ziggy. Appreciate you being here, man.
Absolutely.
Shout out to you. That's Tommy's close friend. And I got to meet him like this on Tommy's thing the other night. So, shout out to him, man. Appreciate you being here. And Desert Road Beads in the house. Or was in the house anyway. They had to get back to work. Go feed the zoo. Tommy Kenyon in the house, Ann in the house, Diamond in the sticks. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all y'all being here, man. This is Creating Change. Guy and Shine, got that Shine Dig, and we got Brother Tommy. Tommy Kenyon keeping it real, media, and a whole bunch of other stuff. What else you got for us, Brother Tommy? What would you like to share this morning?
Let's just say this. I'm reading here from my screen, looking off camera. Say, just for the Gen X, after what he does with Guy and G, and it takes letters from, like he did one for me on my stream. The X Factor glows with Xenio-like kindness and exemplary spirit. Their exuberant energy, excellent vibes, xylophonic voice, and xylophilus appreciation unite us in joy. Shine bright, Gen X effect.
Hey,
Holy.
that's not an easy one either. X is not easy.
I used AI for help.
Yeah.
AI definitely helped.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah,
Still.
shout out to AI.
Even it struggled. You could tell.
Hey,
Not so smart after
hey,
all, are you, machines?
you know, I got some pretty good feedback on my little AI video, that I put out.
yeah.
I got some pretty good feedback on it, and
It's a dicey subject with some.
it is a
folks.
dicey subject, and I like it though because I like people to see what I'm saying too. Because this is how I round the corner. You have to spend a lot of time learning either which one, but if I was to go and pick two people of equal abilities all the way around, and I took them into a computer, and I said, look, I'm going to teach you how to do this. Now I want you to put 5 different instruments on this album and make them blend. Okay, well, in a couple hours or say a week, even if it took 2 weeks, they could do that. And I take that same person into a room full of instruments, and I say, I want you to learn 5 instruments, and here's a recording device, and I want you to make me a song. Now, how long would that take?
Well, are you doing
I
it
think
all
there's
yourself?
no comparison.
About 20 years by my count.
I want to give people their dues,
Yeah.
but I also want people to make sure that they just make sure that you're not taking from artists that are, playing the instruments and doing their thing. That's all I'm saying. Because I think both of them deserve their dues. But the way I round the corner and the knoll I choose to die on will be that there's no comparison to me. There's no comparison in my ears. There's no comparison how we turn it. Because I could take anybody with any common knowledge, bring them in, teach them how to use something, and they could take their ear and probably develop a good song. But I couldn't take just anybody off the street and in a few hours or a few weeks take them into a room full of instruments and say, you choose 5 of these instruments, and now I want you to mix it into an album. And by the way, put some vocals to it. And
I'm not asking much here. I just need a gold record by noon. Let's go.
No, ain't gonna happen. And that's my art. That's the only thing I have to say about it. And it's not me putting it down. It's just that's the way I stand.
Like I find there's a different sound to it. I refer to it as warmth, and it was the same thing because I still am a big vinyl collector. So and I have CDs and stuff like that. Just because, but there's a huge difference between listening to the record as opposed to the CD, right? Like when they switch from like the analog to the digital side of things, I'm sure something funny's happening right now that's negating my entire point.
No, I'm listening to you. I'm going back up here and getting this comment ready to go when you get done.
There was more of a linear sound when they went to compact disc, right? I find it's the same kind of thing with AI. Like I'm sure they're gonna tweak it and improve it as time goes on, but like your ear catch, it's even when like I'm on those other YouTube videos where it's like, this is for the chosen one. I'm like, next. Like you can tell right away. It's like these voices.
The chosen one.
Yeah, the chosen ones have been. I keep getting those kind of things. Like you might be a starseed child. I'm like, get out of here. Like, with something entertaining. I don't have to think about it. This is crazy talk.
But I really wanted people out there that's trying to do anything like what we're trying to do, not music wise, but like a show. I wanted to show how easily they could do a promo video for their little show. Like they could type in their idea, throw it on there, and they could have a professional, and then they could do them a little video of their stuff. And I wanted to show just how, because I am a dummy. I do not know much about these phones and technology, but I understand you can get a lot more intricate with it and do a lot better job. But what I'm saying is, if you just wanted to be able to use the technology to be able to make stuff like that, say you have a business and you want to send a promo video to the local station for your business, well, right here's your opportunity. You could make you a little promo for your whatever business you got, and you could send it to the local radio station, and not only would it be good, but it would fit their format. They'd be able to do everything they needed to do with it, everything.
Well,
so, I mean,
yeah,
it's like take advantage of it in a good way, but take advantage
use it
of
how
it.
you want. Like, the one thing that kind of disappointed me about it, like when I went to finally check it out, was I was like, why don't they have the option? Like, if you're gonna, because like I know a lot of great singers and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like people who can really sing. And if they had the ability to be able to create the music, but they could actually sing the song and they could use their words, that I don't understand why they don't have that in their interface, because you think that would also help them improve their program to make it more
Well,
humanized.
and there's all kinds of stuff that you can get a lot more intricate with it. But if you just wanted something simple,
Yeah.
something that's fairly professional, and be able to go through, you could go right into Canva or any other kind of editing tool you got, take the song that they make you up, and then put you a little video to it of your stuff or your advertise. Say you have a Flugelbinder that you've made that you want to sell, and you got 1,000 of them. Well, then you could have you a little Flugelbinder intro song wrote.
Flugelbinder,
and
buy one.
You see what I'm getting at? And I wanted to just show how accessible for everybody that technology is, man. It's not like you got to, all this stuff. All you have to do is be able to download the app and follow the prompts, and you can do a decent job for you a little. And that's what I was doing for us. I was like, well, I'm going to see if I can't come up with a little something different for me and you. So that's what I did this morning. Why wouldn't I? But at the same time, I'm not. That's not me trying to say that I did anything special.
Being like, hey, here's this record I wrote, and you know what I mean? It's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I brought. You know how
do that
difficult it
myself.
is to actually get 5 or 6 real good musicians together and actually
Yes,
do
I
something
do.
like that.
I do.
So there's
It's
a
been
challenge.
one of the Achilles
Just in
heels
that.
of my life, guy. We've
Just
talked
in
about
that.
this. Yeah.
That's a challenge. So if you're able to play 2 or 3 of the instruments yourself, or you're able to even do the mixing yourself, that's all part of the job, and I consider
it
that
is.
commendable. But you cannot stand on the hill that I stand on with that you can take an idea and go in and use computer programming and say that it's the same amount of effort, because you couldn't take somebody and teach them the same thing with instruments in 2 weeks. You could take somebody and show them that program, and in a couple of weeks, I guarantee somebody that likes to listen to radio could have you some pretty decent music they were spitting out with the program. Well, you could take that same person with the same brilliant mind that they have for using that technology, but they couldn't go in a room full of instruments and accomplish the same thing.
No, well, let's
So,
have,
there's a
let's
big
have
difference.
the tool and use the tool as you see
Use the
fit.
tools.
You know what I mean? But
Just give-
it's not the same. It's what would you call it? Apples and oranges, or whatever that saying is, right? Like, it's two.
Take them
totally
back
different.
50 years and make me some music now.
Yeah, you're right.
Take
No.
me back. Take yourself back 25 years and
Yeah.
make me some music.
Hey man, I'll tell you, before 2000, the year 2000, you were
Yep.
going to a studio, you were paying $400
Yep.
bucks an
Big
hour.
money.
You were lugging gear, man, and like if that guy was in a bad mood or like anything wasn't right, like they didn't care.
And you took whatever time that you could be there.
Oh yeah, like I
Whatever.
mean, like that rate was like usually between midnight and 2 in the morning for
It was
us
something
because
stupid. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying is like that's my knoll that I stand on.
Yeah.
And that's me giving
It's a
full
different
props
time.
to everything.
It leads
everybody.
to another conversation, which is and I'll mention him because I've been following him a lot more, and Oliver Anthony, man, like he gave that speech there a couple months ago that he gave about like I'm a nobody, but, and he goes on to say later, He goes, we are the last of the generation that remembers what it was like before all this digital interface, before everything could just be done at the click of a button. And like that resonated with me.
Yeah,
Also, did you know he finally like made money and his woman left him and she's taken everything? He wrote a song called
that don't
Scorn.
happen.
He
That
wrote
don't
a song called Scorned Woman.
That don't
And one of the
happen.
lines is like, I don't think more than 50% is fair.
You know better than that. That
I'm
don't
like,
happen.
no, that never happened. He's
That
like,
don't happen. That's fake. That's fake news.
That's fake
don't
news.
Never happen.
He was only on Joe Rogan and then,
Yeah,
everything
that's
else.
a lie.
It's
He
all
just want
lies.
you to feel bad for
Fake
him.
news. Fake news. He's sitting in front of like
All right,
a
I got-
shot up car. You know
I
what
got
I
a
mean?
load up from Gen X here in the house that I backed up to find.
There
It
you
says,
go.
it is Friday with Tommy the Techie, the Titan of Tech, the Tamer of Tangled Tabs, the Trailblazer of taps and toggles, turning chaos into code with turbocharged talent.
Wow.
Now that's how that one's done. Now,
Yeah.
okay,
There
now
you
we
go.
got, yo, make some noise for Ziggy, the zesty zooming zero limit zigzagging zone boss. The man's got the rare Zenergy that's got the channel full of zeal
Synergy.
and positive
I forgot
good
about that
vibes.
stuff. That stuff was amazing.
I'm telling you,
Energy.
that's funny, man.
I used to drink like
Zenergy.
5 of those a day, man.
And then we got
Crazy.
Tommy coming in with his, it's that factor, glows with genial like kindness and exemplary spirit. The exuberant energy, excellent vibes, zyphonic voice, and appreciation
Exit
unite
hard.
us. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Unite us in joy,
Sounded
shine
out.
bright, Gen
Sounded
X
out.
effect.
Yeah, oh, look at that. Hey, you finished strong. Hey?
Yeah, I thought I did.
You did great.
Yeah, there's a word in there that I don't reckon I've ever heard of that one before.
How do you, Tommy, how do you
That's a
say that?
xyphilophysis. I thought that was a dinosaur.
Xylophonic.
Xylophonic.
No, the
No,
next
no,
one.
I'm talking about xyphilophysis.
We know xylophonic. Come on now.
I know it. Everybody knows xylophone, xylophone.
Xylophilus.
Yeah, there you go.
I try not to
Xylophilus.
use that type of language during my live stream, but for your sake, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Xyphilophysis.
Isn't that what Al Capone
It's a
died from?
procedure. It's an uncomfortable procedure.
No, that's what got Al Capone. It wasn't tax evasion.
It was xylophilophysis.
xylophilophysis.
Yeah, I heard it's hell.
It's nasty.
Yeah, and then yeah, it's a tough one. Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
job.
That was a toughie. That one
Yeah.
was a tough word. That was a
tongue-tieger.
tough word, man. Daggone. Woo. Woo.
Yeah.
Woo. That's what I
was
said,
really
Ziggy.
digging deep.
Yeah.
Man.
That's it.
Yeah, man. I love that though, man, because it makes you feel almost like an auctioneer. If I glued my teeth in and I read that real fast, that's what I'd sound like.
I was running when you're talking to like all these, how many put two people on the audio board and see who can make the best song. A joke was running through my mind. How we do in Texas. I have family went to Texas A&M and all, and we have Aggie jokes. We call them Aggie jokes.
Yeah.
Like how many Aggie jokes does it take to screw in a light bulb? And we can never come to an actual answer.
Yeah, okay. Because I don't know the answer to that one.
It's 8.
Okay. That's what I was thinking.
You're welcome.
Why was you thinking it?
You know,
I'm listening. Why was you?
look
what
up.
was you- That's what I was
Look
thinking.
it up. 8, 30, 15, 1. It all depends.
Yeah.
We never come
Gotta
to
know
a
when to
straight
hold
answer.
'em. Gotta know when to fold 'em.
Know when to walk away, know when to run.
Yeah, buddy. That was a trot.
Last 2 are important.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
to any answer to this could be a right answer. I don't know, for that
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah. Oh, those are great.
Yeah, there's not many questions I can't come up with an answer to.
I believe everything is solvable.
Yeah. doesn't mean it's for everyone.
Don't mean it's right either, but
It certainly doesn't mean it. I didn't say it would be right. I never said that.
Move
John.
to the next thing.
Never
Yeah.
said right. I just said there'd be an answer to it. Now,
Whoever
now,
told you that? You did. What?
You guys.
Oh,
I mean, I
yeah,
got a
that's not true.
sign. It says "Watch your step." You know,
Be careful. First
I
one's
carry it
doozy.
with me. I don't. I mean it.
And
like,
they
truly
made-
watch your step. You can follow me, but I mean, I'm being honest. Like, be careful, man, because
Sign this waiver before you.
I don't
enter
know
my
how I
home.
got across through there without dying. I just started.
They made that sign for a reason.
But I got a
Someone did
sign.
that.
I'm telling you, that's the cover.
Every
me.
sign
It's-
exists for a reason.
It's for
Because some fool did not watch their step,
They did-
broke their leg, and
And
sued
I got a
someone for
sign,
all
so
their
they
money.
can't pin it on me because I got a sign
No,
that I.
you just have it around your neck everywhere you
I
go.
do. I do.
Big gold chain.
I
Watch
do.
your step.
You know how many times I've been blamed for other people's falls and stuff, and it's like I didn't tell
Have
you
you
to go
not
there.
seen the chain?
I got the sign.
It's with me.
It's mine.
I'm
You
covered.
know. Hey,
Yeah.
we got brother Desi in the house, man. He says listening in the background. Shout out to you, brother
Appreciate you,
Desi,
bro.
man.
Yeah.
Outstanding member of the community, man. Always good vibes.
Absolutely.
Always good vibes to you, our friend. Thank you. We appreciate you being here, Shine. You got another song you want to share? Or you want me?
Well, it's Friday. Do you want to?
Finally, Friday.
You want
free
to turn it
again.
up?
I
Yeah.
get my motor running for a long
Fri-
weekend. Well, it's finally Friday.
Is it widescreen
something,
Friday?
Something, let the good times roll.
Oh, it's the
roll,
Friday flow,
roll.
Tommy. Come on now.
It's
So,
Flow
because
Tommy
of that-
Friday.
No,
Flowing with Tommy Friday.
I like the vertical you're doing. I like the vertical, but you went widescreen today.
Yeah, man. Well, I wanted everybody to get a good view for Friday afternoon.
Yeah. This one's for the people. For all the community.
For a little while in my life, I wanted to be fairly big.
That's why he's got that fancy camera he can zoom in with. Change the angles. Yes.
You know,
That was extreme.
I
Gotta
can
just
zoom in too.
it's really fun when you're by yourself.
Enhance. Enhance.
Yeah.
It won't enhance anymore.
But
Yeah.
guy got
It'll build
guy
your
got,
confidence up when you're by yourself.
Guy got the fancy tools.
Yeah, exactly.
Guy has the fancy switches.
Oh yeah,
Zoom
he does.
in,
He's got
zoom
remote
in, zoom in,
remote
zoom in.
controls. Oh,
You keep zooming. It's like- enhance, enhance.
enhance, enhance, enhance. Well, thank you all for continuing to listen to the Guy and Shine Show Monday,
You
Wednesday,
got a song
Friday.
or something coming up?
11
Right?
to
Before I
1.
interrupted.
Ah, man,
What?
it just ain't right.
What you getting on about, Tommy?
I
I
have
know,
no
no,
idea.
I know you were gonna introduce a song or something before
Oh.
I
Oh,
rudely interrupted.
Oh.
yes. Well, we'll let it slide
don't
this
care.
time.
Oh no, man. But yeah, go ahead with because I don't think I know the name of this one.
This is
anyway,
an
so-
original song by Shine Dig, called Front to the Back. You can see that clearly everybody was
Oh,
enjoying themselves.
Okay, yeah,
So, you know, it's Friday. Let's juice her up.
I do remember this one. Okay, all right, cool
Roll
deal, man.
film. Thanks, guys.
It's about to get. Oh, yeah. Everybody in here, get to the front. Go to the little left inside of such. Pull them up, and we take it down. But first thing, it's gotta get down. From the front to the back. And everybody in these sacks. Come back to the all-seen grass. Here we go, and we gotta get them stats. All along, all you're coming to, ain't coming back, and we getting you. When you ready? Here we go. Front to the back. Everybody else, put your hands up. Front to the back. If you're in a good mood, then let's jump. Front to the back. If you wanna let it all hang out, let's do that. Front to the back. We're going back like it was a doing it again. Front to the back. You wanna get down, throw your hands in the air. Front to the back. You caught on the trend, so what you sing back? Front to the back.
You know it, oh Lord, you know it, for someday. You know it, oh Lord, you know it, for someday. You know it, oh Lord.
Yeah, here we go, guys. Here we go. Coming
Yep.
up on it. Let me get us fixed up here on the stage again. There we go. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Coming up on
Yep.
15 minutes after 12. This is Guy and Shine. We got Brother Tommy in the house, 11 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It's happens to be my daughter's birthday. Got some family coming in, so pretty stoked about going down, seeing everybody here in about 45 minutes. Gonna go hang out. Gen X come up with an answer. I seen him and Tommy back here talking, or back here texting. That he said, "Well, Gen X effect, that makes sense. Actually, never thought of that answer. They will all do a research paper." That's the answer to the Tommy's question on the ag. The answer to Tommy's joke is just one, but they all will spend the whole semester writing a research paper on it. That's probably so true. That is so true. Good answer. Crystal Phoenix in the house. Hey there,
Hey.
Crystal Phoenix. Good to see you. Hope you have a wonderful day, our friend.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. And Desi stopped in. He's in the background, probably at work.
Yeah,
So shout
grinding
out to
away.
you, brother
Yep.
Desi. Thank you very much for being here. We got brother Tommy in the house, sharing some tech time with Tommy, and we're allowing him to make me and Shine look kindly dumb. And that's just what we do. That's how we try to help people. We try to give them motivation by saying that there's hope for them by the
Idiots
sheer
got
lack
what
of-
are them books? The Internet for Dummies. This is
Yeah.
the live version.
This is it. By the sheer lack of knowledge and skill that these two bring, it makes other people feel better when we bring them on with us.
I'm reading a book on that.
You know.
Yeah.
Gotta be here for everybody in some sort of way. So I just
Yeah.
bring, now, man, we got Tommy in the house sharing some tech time stuff with us and just hanging out with us, man. We're getting Friday going on. Tommy's been having at it with his live streams here
Yeah,
lately.
man. Crushing it.
Going at it, ain't you, big dog?
I think you're on mute there, Tommy boy.
Yeah, he's on mute.
Oh, that's why you couldn't hear me.
Yeah.
It happens. It hasn't happened to us
I've
in a
never
while.
done that.
Never. Mm-mm.
Only once during the whole show.
I'm making.
I kind
you
of got
look
mine
good.
all over with at one time. I did the whole show without.
I
the
make
mic.
you look good.
So, yeah, basically.
You know,
Basically, yeah. I mean,
kind of takes away from all the props we were giving you before. But hey,
Yeah.
carry on.
No, but I was
read my
thinking,
mind,
like,
Sean.
my mind was blown with the answer that Gen X came
Yeah,
up.
it was
I never
perfect.
thought of that. Like that makes total sense. Of
Yeah.
They're all gonna do a research paper on it.
yeah.
Well,
My mind's blown.
there
You
You
blew my
Yes.
mind today.
you go.
took old bro Gen X back in time for a minute there, brother Sean.
Oh,
Said
man.
that beat is giving me Onyx Cypress Hill vibes.
I
No
love
doubt.
that. I love
Taking
that,
them
bro.
back, man.
Yeah.
Taking them back.
More to come. More to come. I'm keeping myself to one a week now, so I'm gonna do that for a bit. I think.
He said it gave 2 answers. Okay. I'm digging. Let's see.
Oh, 2 answers.
Or just one, but they had to call in a whole study group to figure out which end
Oh,
goes up.
study group.
That's it's got now it's a toss up.
It's like the electrician joke. How many does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Yeah,
8, 7 to watch, and 1 to do the work.
yeah.
I can say that because I'm a proud electrician.
That's right. That's right.
So don't be getting
Always
mad
allowed
at
to
me.
down, you're always
IDW.
allowed to down yourself
That's right.
and others at the
Don't-
same time.
Yeah, you know, right? It's
Like
just
my
how you
mom
do it.
taught me, don't never make fun of people to their face,
Bless
and
his
don't put
heart.
yourself down and not put other people down
Yeah.
at the same time.
Well, that's it. You know, you keep that balanced equation.
I think that's what she meant by it.
make
I don't know.
fun
I
of
might have
your-
misunderstood what she was saying to me. I don't know. Maybe that's
Tommy,
been my fault.
Tommy, are you turning into the fifth dimension?
Yeah, man.
Something is happening.
You're glazing over.
What's
on us,
going
man.
on? You're
Hey, did you-
dematerializing.
He must,
You're
he
crossing
must have
over.
went to Olive Garden and had a few too many glasses of wine.
How many breadsticks did you have?
Yeah,
You gotta have
man.
a proportionate amount of breadsticks to wine.
I hope we don't have to see the aftermath. Ooh. Oh,
Oh no! Oh my!
there he is.
Yep.
Lord.
Oh wow!
Well, I'm
Thought
just
we
glad
lost
you
you.
came
Worried.
back like that this
Yeah.
time. Last time you come back, we
That
had to
was
delete that
OBS.
one from
That was-
YouTube, buddy. I wasn't too
Rough
awful
night.
proud of that.
That was coming
you know.
from OBS on open source broadcasting software.
I keep
Oh,
hearing
okay.
about this thing. Sounds too complicated for me to investigate
Yeah, it's
further.
Chinese. I can't read it.
No.
I can't read it.
No.
They
No.
make it too darn dumb. They need to dumb it down a whole lot.
Yeah.
There's a
They
lot
need
of
to dumb it
buttons to
down.
push. That's what I like
A lot of
about it
buttons.
for me.
A lot of buttons, and me and buttons. There's
Trying
something
to
about when you
sync
get.
because you got to sync the audio and the video, right? Is that how you like manually?
What does this button do?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I would
it's-
not. I would
It's
not.
not that type of thing. You don't figure it out that way. You
No.
have to like learn that. You'd have to. You know what I mean? It's not a plug and play type system, in my
Nah.
personal opinion.
I'm
It's
happy
not.
with.
It-
I'm happy with the ones I'm using now. Like,
StreamYard dumbs it down a lot. I know.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
dumb. I love dumb.
I just wish
I
they
love
would
dumb.
make it. The one thing that I think they could really do to improve their services would be if they made their loop times longer. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
then you could actually put something up that would be.
You
I don't
can
know.
do like 7 minutes, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, like a
That's
half
it.
an hour or
Longer
something.
loops.
Yeah,
I tried
half-
that. That didn't work.
No, I know, but I wish they would
Man.
do it. I hope that they do it eventually. I don't know why.
They'll do it.
They'll do it. I hope and make it a gooder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do too, though, because I don't
Yeah.
I don't really understand that whole like what that even mattered. Like I don't even understand why that even mattered. But I
Mm.
was thinking about this though. Could you do like like say you did? Well, I guess no. I was what I was thinking was, could you do the share screen and then place that on loop? But I don't think you can loop the share screen. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
that
if you
would be
had a
brilliant, though.
screen that you could share and
Yeah.
loop it before you
Then you could just
share
have a playlist from your page and then just loop that through.
and loop it through.
Yeah, I don't think you can though,
I
because
don't
the
either.
way they have it. Although
I tell
I've,
you
ne-
what,
I've
you
never
could do.
tried. I've never tried
can
bringing it in
add
on
a-
the bottom.
I've got
You can-
playlists that
you
are
can add a
hours
screen
and hours
device.
and hours long.
Yeah.
So I could just go live and share screen with one of my playlists and just let
You-
that whole
You
playlist
can put up a
run
screen
through.
share in
Oh,
OBS.
dude.
You can do that.
But like
I've done that before.
in StreamYard.
I'm
Okay,
talking-
so
In OBS, I've done that in OBS.
well, what if
too.
you set up like say you had your phone hypothetically, right? You put it in one of those holders and you just positioned it correctly, and you just went go live, and you just let like that 10-hour
And-
playlist you have play.
the new
You can do
Mac
that.
Well, I mean,
Operating
I could do the
system-
share screen right here. Looks like I could do it. Looks like I'm sharing Tommy to the page or you up here.
Yeah.
I could have my YouTube page up here. Go to one of my playlists that's
Oh,
9
yeah.
hours long,
Right.
and just hit live and let my playlist play through.
There you go, people solving the world's problems. You're welcome.
So if you have a
Yep.
playlist that's 6 or 8 or 10 hours worth of content, you
Yeah.
could, in theory, just share a screen of your
Oh,
own content.
I
It's
got a
your
question.
stuff. And
Tommy,
let
sir.
it play.
yeah, we should do that. We're gonna talk about that, figure that out.
I'd
'Cause
say the new macOS lets you also use your phone as a camera too. You can prop up the phone, and then that can be a camera.
yeah,
Share
That's what I was
screen is
thinking,
the best
too.
option.
but Tommy, I know last night when you were on your live stream, you were talking about Spotify's now doing something or other. You want to talk about that for a quick second? Because I can't remember
Yeah,
exactly.
how all those reels and shorts YouTube calls them shorts. But now you can do actually 3 minutes. They're actually wanting longer videos now on reels and shorts. 3 minutes is the good number now. Apparently, our attention span got a little longer or something. I don't know. I'm still trying to understand that, but Spotify has
People are
vertical
waking up,
video promos as well. And I uploaded my first one on my latest episode on my podcast.
Very cool.
Vertical video promotion on Spotify.
Cool.
On Rumble,
Cool.
I would screen share my own playlists and have watch parties. Cool. Every now and then it may get out of sync though. Every couple
News
of hours.
Network.
Or just make sure you use voice and sync. Okay, got you. Yeah. I think because Guy, like you do that all the time. Like you do that with like backing tracks and stuff, and like I mean it works, so why not, right?
Yeah. And the way I was thinking was like if you're doing it through StreamYard and you share screen, then if you've got an 8 or 9 hour long worth of playlist, then that's going to last all night. That's like running a loop, except you're not running a loop. It's just different.
And what I like about that is
Episode.
it's your material.
It's your
right?
material.
It's not like, you know what I mean? Not again, like whatever, get your hours however you get your hours. But if you're looking to, build yourself, I prefer putting my own stuff
Yeah,
out.
well,
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean? So
The whole
Why
thing
not?
is just having it up there where it can stream for you and you can make a few hours while you're not doing
oh yeah,
nothing.
absolutely.
Because
Now I
I mean,
understand how pages, because like I was trying to figure that out, man. Like when you're grinding, doing anything, right? And you're trying to figure out YouTube. Like we were both at pretty well the same starting spot when we started, and we started at the same time.
right.
And then you'd see people like in 2 months, and their page would be, monetized, and they're doing their thing. And you're like, how is this happening?
Yeah.
And then boom, you figure it
Well,
out, because
you
those
figure
hours
out
add
some
up
of these-
fast, man.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And yeah, and I mean, once again, I'm a fellow that says if it's part of the tools that the trade lets you use, then use
them.
it. Use it. Yeah,
Because I do
what you
have a
want.
feeling that like there'll be a day that comes where they're like, we're not letting this. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Probably.
Do it while you
because-
can do it.
I know that there were exactly. That's my
And if
life
you're
mission
paying,
statement. Yeah,
to
do what I
me,
can.
if I'm paying StreamYard for unlimited, that's exactly what I'm paying for.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's exactly what I'm paying for. And
Yep.
and so I don't know exactly how they would stop it, but either which way, I think we've solved a conundrum. So if you have a playlist created on your channel that say you wanted to do a stream through the night, then you could create a playlist that's 8 or 10 hours long.
Oh yeah.
Share a screen through the StreamYard studio here. Go live and mute your make sure you're muted out and everything,
And just let her play.
that sucker let it buck. Let it go. So we
Yep.
could in theory take our playlist from Good Vibes
Mm-hmm.
with Guy and Shine.
Mm-hmm.
We could take that playlist and we could string, because it's about 575 hours worth of content.
I was looking at it. I was trying to find a playlist on my site the other day, and I'm like,
Dude.
good vibes, good vibes, good
Dude,
vibes.
it's-
There's loads of it there.
oh
I'm like,
my
I
God,
can't
but
believe
that's-
we've been doing it this long. It's crazy.
Just
It's
think how
good.
much
Yeah.
like you could do several live streams all night and never repeat the same thing because there's hours and hours and hours and hours and hours.
That's where you get like, because I noticed, like, I did a little bit of it last night, like I was telling you, just because I have some troubles with StreamYard right now, so I wanted to max out before they shut me down. So I did that thing for a couple hours. It was 4 hours even, right?
Yeah.
And I picked up 3 new people from that. Got some nice comments and
Hey,
stuff. So I
nothing
mean,
wrong with that.
right?
That's a win.
So my logic is the longer you would have, like, especially when it comes to music and songs and stuff.
Yeah.
If there's another one playing after that, like there's people that just pop that on at work or they're doing whatever, or they're gonna swipe to the next thing, whatever. But I mean, if you catch a couple every day, I mean, it's
Well, we
worth
could
it, man.
legitimately, like you're talking, like I could put our next live stream that I play tonight.
Yeah.
I could go to one of the playlists of Good Vibes, Guy and Shine, and I could just hit play all,
Mhm.
and it would be plenty of material to
For
carry
the
through the
next
night.
3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, but it would legitimately somebody
Yeah.
could throw it on at work and be listening to the
Yeah.
you know, like listening to a restream of it or whatever on
Yeah.
live stream, whatever.
Hey,
I'm gonna look.
you
I'm gonna
wanna
I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see about. That's a good way.
I think so.
do you
to-
want to see?
'cause-
I have pulled up
Oh,
the
wait a
Spotify
minute.
screen about the
Yeah.
promo video, and it's sharing the screen here and make it bigger here. It's just going to these comments and then
I love
click
that.
beta.
Like, man, you
Click
should make
beta.
that as T-shirt. That Sweet Tea logo. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
Tea.
Ziggy said he can make me a better logo too with that.
I
the
like
way
that
he
one,
does
man.
that.
It reminds me of those cool like black. You remember those black light posters you'd get like back in the day, and they glow. They were like made of felt or something. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
It looks like one of those.
yeah.
Go all out, Sweet Tea.
Oh, that sweet tea.
Yeah, man.
Tea.
That's awesome.
But yeah, like, I saw that, I was like, whoa, Spotify's getting into the reels. Spotify
That's
reels.
Well,
That's
There you
really
have it.
cool.
Snapchat,
That's really cool.
Spotify, TikTok.
I think Instagram's up to 3 minutes now too. Because I tried putting one on that was like 3:04, and it won't tell you, it won't take it. It just goes like it won't save it, right? It won't load it.
Right.
So I shortened it up to like 2:59, and boom, she went no problem. So
Cool.
Oh, that's nice of you guys to have me not behind the comments.
you're welcome.
Oh, you want me to fix that? You want to eat some more comments, Tommy?
Nom 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 nom
Is
nom nom.
that,
nom.
you know.
Yeah.
Now I can't get
Oh.
it back to where I had it. There it is.
you done broke it.
Thank
Oh, no. Hey, now I got it where it looks like you're sniffing them up the side of your nose, Sean, on the picture behind us. Doesn't it? Looks like you're
What?
like it's going right in.
That one time looked like I was just eating them.
It did.
It was
looked like you
fantastic because you were
gobbling 'em up.
talking, and it was like nom 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 nom.
Yeah, it looked like
Yeah.
Pac-Man
Pac-Man.
on some pellets after
Tastes
smoking
so
a big
good.
old blunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Spotify reels. There's another tech thing.
Why do
for
you think
today.
Pac-Man was so hungry?
Yeah. Yeah.
Eat the
Tech
munchies.
Field Day. I saw that. I was like, yeah, and then shared that right away.
That's cool.
That's cool, man.
Shout out to Aquatic News Network. I see you out there, man. Thank you very much for
Aquatic
being here.
News, Gen
Oh.
X, thank you for coming on my streams. We've been having a good chat every time I was going live. Thanks to Aquatic News. Also, Texas is from
Oh, yeah?
Texas as well, from the area where I'm at.
How is Texas,
We
man?
actually
Like,
got to meet up one day. Aquatic News Network.
well, like I don't know, up here in Canada. Yeah. Funny saying that. But up here in Canada, like we hear a lot that like, there's a lot going on in Texas as far as like podcasting. Like, I mean, obviously Rogan's there, and you got Kill Tony there too somewhere, right? Where are they at? In Austin?
Austin. yeah.
Okay. And you're in
The liberal part of Texas. That's the California part of Texas.
Mm.
Okay.
We'll say.
Okay.
Okay. You're not in the liberal part? No. Okay, cool.
Austin's been like way liberal. That's where UT, Texas, University of Texas.
Now was it like, because I mean I've heard like you hear different things, so I'll check, and if you know, you know, if you don't, you don't. But I heard like since like they started their operations down there, like especially the Kill Tony thing, there's been like a lot of comedians coming out saying, or like aspiring comedians, I guess you would say, saying that like it's 6th Street or 6th Avenue, I guess,
6th Street, yes.
is loaded with people.
Oh, sorry, guys.
I heard it's like
I heard it's pretty rough.
heard it's rough now these days.
But
I've
it
been
didn't
there in
It didn't used to be like
2012.
that.
Oh, it's been pretty rough before, but I heard
Okay.
it's just like really bad now.
So them coming in didn't really like increase that. It just kind of was already there.
It just got crazier.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, cool.
Liberal.
Because yeah, man. I mean, I know Rogan's doing what he's got the comedy mothership. Plus they got Kill Tony there. Plus they got his podcast and a few other guys heading that way that left California. So cool.
And
Good to
then
know.
SpaceX is developing their launch pad
Oh yeah.
somewhere, a new place, they're somewhere out in the Roughnecks, Texas. But he's even looking to change that location for his SpaceX launch pad.
Really? Is there
So
any
that's
reason
Texas. launching into space from Texas.
Hmm.
I haven't heard a reason why.
Huh. Well, that's pretty cool, man.
I don't know why he had a place and then
Hello.
all of a sudden I'm like, oh, he wants to change it. He wants to move it.
Yeah, he's been kind of doing some different stuff lately, eh? Like it's hard to even know like what's real or not anymore, but like
Yeah,
they had that like one thing come out where it's like Elon Musk is going to hold everyone accountable, right? And they were talking about like how his factory, it was him being supposedly him, like who even knows with this AI stuff, but him saying like, oh, we're going to take down everybody's burning down my dealerships and like attacking my Teslas and stuff like that. And then everything else is going on. It's hard to know. I think the guy, like, I can't imagine being somebody responsible for that amount of stuff, that amount of people, that amount of technology, and then the constant criticism that you're under all the time. That must be intense for anybody. Like, you know what I mean? So I hope it works out for him. Whatever he's up to.
He has so many things. He kind of like the whole AI thing. What 10 years ago he started. What is now like OpenAI and ChatGPT? I think he helped start build that even.
Yeah, well, yeah. Like, I mean, he's got X, right? And he put Grok on there, which I like Grok. I mean, anytime I usually use that over Chad GPT, Chad, right?
Chad.
Yeah, use it over Chad. I pick Grok. I pick old G. Yeah, so just because I don't know how to work the other one, it always talks to me. I'm like, give me blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you want blah. I'm like, you're talking too fast. Pause. Then it's like, you've asked too many questions. I'm like, I didn't even get a quarter of that information. Grok writes it all out for me. Grok knows what I need. I see how this works now. Oh.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Somebody stop me. Don't.
Can't stop, won't
But yeah,
stop.
outside
Can't
of
stop, won't
Austin,
stop.
there's
Can't
a
stop,
lot
won't
of
stop.
space in Texas. They just recently improved for the film and creator economy in Texas. I think mentioned this maybe a week or two ago.
Oh, yeah?
That they improved the tax incentives for the film community in Texas.
Nice.
It's like 500 million or something like that. I don't know the amount, but they increased that to help to entice the film communities to come to Texas to shoot in Texas now.
Well,
That's
And
awesome.
that's been waiting for that for a while, and that finally got passed.
Yeah. Yeah, I know the flip is true up here. They what is it, 100% tariffs on any film made in Canada from America right now. But that's been going on long before the tariffs. Like, I got a really good buddy of mine who's been in film for 10 years. I got another one who's been in for 20, each different levels. Like, one's cameraman A, and then the other one's what do you call it, best boy, right? So the cameraman dude's doing all right because we got 4 or 5 studios up here. They're called like Mel's 6, I think they're called. Like, you'll see it at like the beginning of some movies. But the guys in Vancouver took like a bad hit because they already had like shows lined up, like ready to go, where they already put the work and the time and the investment in, but then didn't get paid for doing it. So now they're all, unemployed for better part almost 10 years now, man. But
That
yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, but like
That's
I look at that like I looked at the trade, like, you know what I mean? Like, I knew when I got into my trade, like, they call it a journeyman for a reason, right? Like, you're probably going to have to journey for work. So, coming from East Coast Canada, I used to have to fly out to West Coast Canada. You go where the work is, right? So if you're not willing to leave the place you're in, then you kind of get yourself in a bind. But I mean, that's amazing. If they're putting that kind of money in, I know if I was my buddy, I'd be heading to Texas. I'd at least be trying.
Right. In some sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
They're keeping it real.
There you go. Nice.
Ziggy just sent this to me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Heck yeah, he did. Looking good. Looking
Yeah,
good.
dude.
Looking sharp in the
Yeah.
hood.
Excellent.
Looking sharp in the hood. All right, well, let's take us a
Sounds good.
small break and get us a drink.
Yep.
I'm going to play Tommy's little song that he
Sure.
wrote using the comments out of our stuff and with via Suno. This is called Run by Tommy Kenyon. We'll be back here in just a few minutes, but guys, always good vibes.
Good vibes.
Got a fire in my soul, yeah, it's burning bright. Guy Bandy told me just to follow the light. Well, I heard the people singing with all their might. So I hit the ground running, and I ran all night. And we sang, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Well, I ran into my family, and I ran into my friends, and I ran into people that I didn't know then. And I said to them, hey, I could use a hand. And then I ran and I ran, and I ran and I ran. And we sang, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. They say it's dangerous out there, but not if we're all here. If we're together, we can run without fear. They say it's dangerous out there, but not if we're all here. If we're together, we can run without fear. Well, the children and the elders and the strangers and the neighbors and the doctors and the teachers and the farmers and the bakers and the scientists and builders and the singers and the players and the buskers and the dancers and the dreamers and the painters and the coaches and the helpers and the artists and creators and the yogis and the healers and the preachers and the changers and the people and the planet and the forests and the rivers and the mountains and the oceans and the future and the vision. And the buskers and the patience and the future and the vision. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, run, run.
Yeah, good vibes, everybody. Thank God it's Friday. Shout out to everybody. This is Guy Shine and
Shine.
Tommy here with you. Appreciate
Yep.
y'all being here. Good vibes to What the Quack. A very
Absolutely.
special member of the community shared with us several weeks ago that they were sick and having a battle of a lifetime. I'll put it that way. And we got news there last week from them that they may be getting to come home from the hospital. So I
Incredible news.
just wanted to recognize them and just send out thoughts and good vibes and prayers, and we're all thinking of you, and can't wait to hear the news that you're home and in the chat messing around and having a good time. So shout out to you, our friend. We appreciate you being a part of the community, and we are thinking of you. So shout out to you guys, man.
Absolutely.
Good job, brother Tommy, with your song. That was Tommy Kenyon's song via Suno that he did out of the comments, and just using the tools at his disposal to make a little song for us, and that just reiterates our point from earlier is that, you got these tools, guys, and for you guys that's trying to run a show or trying to do things like that, just know that you can simply, or if you're not trying to run a show, if you're trying to do something to advertise for a business, or you're trying to do something, anything like that, then you have these types of tools that it does not take a genius, it does not take a tech guru. All it takes is application of what is available for you. If you're willing to go spend the time it takes to learn to play Roblox or whatever the heck it's called, then you can do the same thing if you want to learn to.
Minecraft guy. It's
Yeah,
all
if you
about
want to do Minecraft, whatever the hell it is. Back in my day, it was called Atari and Pac-Man.
Commodore
so-
64, man.
Yeah, man, Space Invaders. So, at least I did get a little further along.
Yeah.
But yeah, seriously, guys. I mean, take the stuff that's there at your disposal and use it. And you can do some cool things with it. And there's a lot, like there's things, man, that I had to look into it. I'm not gonna lie, because it was mentioned to me, and I was like, well, I know, I've heard of it, but I hadn't really went and checked it out. But they can literally match your voice, man.
What?
Like, yeah, dude. Yeah,
No.
dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
What?
And your video too.
Yeah, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
Captions
You can-
does that. Yeah.
You can literally sing into this thing, and I went and looked at it last night. I had to look
That's
it all
what
up
I've been
because it
talking
was
about.
mentioned to me.
So
And I was like, that don't
is it your
can.
voice or is it an AI?
No, it's your voice. I mean, you
Okay.
sing into it, and then it can match the pitch and all that. I looked into
yeah.
it last night. I didn't actually
Huh.
play with it, but I looked into what it actually does, and that's what it does, man. It'll do.
Well,
it'll do
CapCut
that,
just
man.
did something cool, and I mentioned this last night on Tommy and Ziggy's show. Was they put in peaks and valleys? So in recording terms, what that does is if you do a track on your phone, right, like that one that I played at the very beginning.
Mhm.
All right, so you put that in, and if there's any parts where like it kind of like you pull back or you know what I mean, sometimes you pull back too far or whatever,
Yeah.
it'll equalize you across the board, but it will also enunciate those parts where like you're digging in, it'll pull them out, but it won't push them over the barrier. I
Right.
just discovered
Okay.
that
That's
last
cool.
night, so I thought that was pretty cool.
What's it called?
Well, if you go under audio, so you if you're in the program, you hit audio, and then you'll go into, speed, excuse me. So you go under the speed category, and then you'll see it speed up your video, but then you'll see something that says Curve Pro, and you'll go there and you'll see the equalizer button. You just click on that thing, and it just evens her out right across the board, man. Like,
Kiss my honey.
yeah, it's so. I couldn't believe it because I was like, if I was to do the same thing through Logic, which I'm going to do anyway, because like every track I've done on here that's acoustic, I will put out with the full version, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are kind of my outlines. But the time, like we were talking before with like Suno and like how quick you can do things,
Yeah.
that took me all 10 minutes, man. Like
That's awesome.
I banged out the tune, threw her in the program, and like I was expecting it not to come out too well, and I was happy with it. So
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, man.
let her ride.
That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
No, man.
The
because
whole it's
I
like
tell-
you're using what's there.
well, that's how I see it because, like, I spent, like I tell you, this. We talked about it off air for a long time. Like, I could record for years, but the mastering part was something that was just like, I don't know how to make this sound, like, you know what I mean, across the board even. And now you just click a button and boom, there it is. You got it. So if it takes the ease and convenience to make something that I made, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
us,
man.
And then I can do more stuff. And because it is a frustrating process, I'm not going to lie to you. When
Yeah.
you're doing track by track and you're trying to get everything to be even, and then, there's only so much
it's
time
difficult.
you can do. Oh, yeah.
It's
I
difficult.
mean, your ears can only handle so much, right? Because that's what's important. What you're hearing and then testing it on different speakers. This thing does it in a click of a button. Boom.
That's awesome, man. Well,
Yeah.
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I know that Tommy knew about the capabilities I was talking about with that voice thing. Now, I didn't look into any particular one, but I
didn't.
know that they're out there now for sure. Because I looked at it to see, like, is that true? Yeah, they definitely can, like,
Because all I looked at was
Definitely
like,
can do it.
I went to Suno and I looked at like a downloaded whatever program, and I looked at like what it said, and it was like speak your lyrics or write your lyrics, and then like or give it the idea or whatever. But
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't.
I didn't
What?
spend
How's that
enough
work,
time.
Tommy? What program do you use for that? Or would you use for that?
I saw what I see on captions where you can essentially you write a script and you can just say write a script and it'll be you speaking on camera and you don't have to be on camera anymore.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a digital video clone of you. You just write
Yeah.
your script.
And
and
it's,
it's
you
you
got it for
speaking.
singing too, man.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, dude.
I
Yeah,
know,
dude.
I-
I
I-
haven't done it, but
I
it's
believe
there.
you, but the second he said they're making an avatar and stuff, it's like
Yeah.
So
I ain't getting
what,
deep fake.
when it comes to we actually had on Toastmasters meeting the other day, we had a panel called it had to do with business ethics and everything, and one of them who does a lot of IEEE, he does a lot of with that, and he focuses on researching like all the stuff with AI and
Yeah.
what all this stuff coming up. He says you can't stop and control what's coming with AI. It's going to come, it's going to change, it's going to increase speed. You can just accept it and like come. But the one thing that
I just want it to be known. I'm gonna let AI and everything else know I'm pretty close to being a ninja. I'm just saying.
It's how the
Don't
And
come
I'm
on.
one of the
Use
OGs
it.
of automation,
Yeah.
so don't forget that.
Yeah.
Don't forget that,
Yeah.
robots. I know how to program you.
the point of all that. Like, is
Don't forget it.
The main point is how all this stuff is used. What are the
Yeah.
people doing with this?
Yeah,
is the
exactly.
main thing.
Hmm.
But for good reasons, for good intentions, for bad intentions, it
Oh,
comes down
yeah.
to what the people
Yeah.
are doing.
Well, that's
I imagine.
see, that's where with great power there comes great responsibility, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, indeed.
I mean,
Yeah.
like there's been a lot of that stuff. I'm not gonna even lie to you. Like there's been, you know how much stuff that gets pushed around the internet. Everybody knows, but sometimes, like you're not fully thinking, and you're cooking dinner, and you throw something on, you hear whatever, something that draws your attention, like nuclear missile launched or something like that. You're like, what's happening right now? It's like, get to the basement, and it's like, hold on a second, and then you look a little
Get to the bunker,
closer.
guys.
Yeah. Look a little closer, and then be like, okay, this is, I can see like the green screen in the background, but I do see the day come where you're not going to be able to. It's going to be hard to tell. I think.
Yeah.
I think they're going to keep tweaking it, and that's why when they're like, you can use your voice in our program, and we'll make you this song. I'm like, yeah, but if I do that,
You
right?
can do it, man.
If
Yeah.
it
Do
doesn't
it.
feel good here, it probably isn't good.
Yeah. Well, it don't for me.
Indeed.
And we'll always have that. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to tell, but if it doesn't feel good here,
Yeah, you're right, Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
and-
Actually, I was reading something about that yesterday where, like I always said, trust your gut, right? My dad taught me that. He's like, trust your gut. And every single time I've gone against it personally, I've got burnt. You know what I mean? Like I've lived to see I shouldn't have extended whatever, the courtesy, the welcome, or participated in said event. And I knew that before going into it, but I did it anyway for some reason to learn, right? Later in a hard way. But, it's times like that, times like this that make me think about those kinds of things. So yeah, I agree with you, buddy. Totally.
Put some little background music in the background.
I heard that.
Little,
and I was like,
little
"Oh,
AI
like
at
that.
work here.
I like that. Yo.
What's up?
Yo.
It's your
Yeah.
boy.
Uh-huh.
it's
Right.
your boy.
Yeah.
My boy Sean on the mic,
Break
and
it
it's
down.
always good vibes. It's
Say
always good
what?
vibes. We got Sean.
Yeah.
G-double-O-D V-I-B-E-S.
G-double-O-D.
It's always good vibes. We got Sean.
Happy birthday to
Yeah.
God's daughter.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah.
Always on time.
Isn't that
Never
cool?
too late. We all gonna
We
shine.
going to Miami.
Somebody
Wait
told
for
me
it.
It
It's
makes
coming
you
up.
feel
It's
good.
in the
I just
song.
know, man,
South
life is
Beach.
divine.
Yeah.
I'll never lie to
We
you.
in our own galaxy. We're all one, so I guess we're all family. It's never that
Isn't that fun,
serious.
man?
Don't even know why you're mad at me. When life
It
gives you
is.
lemons, you
It
just
is,
add some
though.
honey. Always good
I
vibes.
did that 5 minutes before we came on here, man. You know what I mean?
You know, would it be an interesting thing to see if you could somehow pull it? Because listening to that right now, okay, I know how long it took you to make it, but it actually gets you bumping. You know what I mean?
It does. It does.
It gets you going. It'd be interesting to see different styles of music.
Yeah.
And, like, which ones could you pick out quicker? Because that one right there, if I heard that on the radio, I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
It just gets me in that groove right away.
And it goes with what you say. Like, you're not gonna know if it's AI created or not. It gets you
nailed
going.
it.
It
Exactly.
doesn't matter.
So
Well, and at
you
that
don't
point, if
Yeah,
it
yeah.
inspires you or makes you feel good, that's what I call supper for the soul. And if you're getting
Mm-hmm.
supper for your soul, then
That's
it's
true.
good. And I don't care if it's coming from, because I'm gonna tell you what, guys.
are they trying
You can't tell me that since this stuff has been out, that some of the stuff that's out on the radio that people have told you they've done all this stuff to, that it ain't probably some stuff just like this, but we jamming to it.
Dude, there's a guy. There's a guy
it's
right
like-
now. I won't even mention his name because I don't want to get on his list. But like, there's a hip hop artist out there right now, and it sounds exactly like him. It sounds exactly like the music he makes. It sounds like him singing.
Right?
But you know, he's known for shooting people, so I'm not gonna say his name.
Yeah, I don't need no extra holes at all.
No.
Good.
No.
I
I'm
am
trying
good.
to fill the ones I got.
I heard that hurts. Hey, you know,
Oh man.
But I, was
I
say
ain't. I
we
don't
were,
want any.
Nah.
talking about the film stuff, film in Canada. I got to shout out my favorite show shot in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Oh, tell me more.
Psych.
Oh, that show's sick, dude. Did you ever watch Hell on Wheels?
No, it was psych.
Psych.
Sorry, psych, not
What?
sick.
It's one of those
Sick.
weird spelling where it's P-S-Y-C-H.
That's how you actually spell it. It's not weird. Tommy, you're supposed to be the brains of this operation.
That's silent P or a silent.
It's a silent PH.
I'm confused. It's
Psych.
confusing me.
Psych.
Like, yeah.
Psych, shot in Vancouver, British Columbia, set in Santa Monica. No, not Santa
awesome.
Monica, Santa Barbara.
Yeah, boy. Right on. Did you ever watch Hell on Wheels?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, that was shot in Canmore, Alberta. Like about 15 minutes from where I had my ranch. Place, it was sick. It was a shot, like, I think the timeline was supposed to be in the 1800s, so they built like the old camps with the spikes and stuff like on top of it. It was super cool. I remember hiking up through there one day and they had everything. They had train tracks and everything, right? Like set up. It only moved about 15 feet, but it was still cool to see. So
Yeah,
that's my story.
Vancouver looks a lot like, I guess, the California coast, and
Yeah, Pacific West Coast Trail, man, runs all the way from northern BC all the way down to Mexico, basically. So yeah, that's when you see Highway 97, I think they're called, or whatever. They were in there last night talking to you too. They're from northern BC. They know all about that. Vancouver not Vancouver, but Vancouver kind of. But when you get onto like the island, Vancouver Island. Remember those like dinosaur books when you were a kid where it has the giant trees and like big leaves? That's what the island's like. It's just like this rainforest in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It's super cool.
and they had a couple episodes shot in that like forest area too.
Yeah, cedar redwood. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Some of them trees are thousands of years old.
that's
There
One
used-
awesome.
when they're
There
chasing
used to be
Bigfoot.
one you could drive a car through.
They're
That's
Yeah,
chasing
I've seen
Sasquatch.
pictures of it.
Yeah,
That's
man.
cool.
It's super cool.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I'd love to get to see stuff like that. Like, well, I mean, just here in the States, there's so many things that I personally have never seen that I know are awesome,
Yeah.
but they're quite a bit away from where I'm at. It's not like it's right out the road, so it's
Oh,
like,
man, yeah.
you know, it's a
Yeah.
trek. But like Yellowstone, I'd love to get to go, like, just, you know, spend
It's on my
days
list, man. I'm
exploring it,
hoping to
man.
get out there this year. I'm hoping to
I
get out
would
there
love
this
to
year.
get to, man, just experience like Old Faithful one time,
Oh,
just to get to
yeah.
be there when it does its thing, and like, you know, go slap a buffalo right across the mouth and just tell them I'm glad to see him. Yeah, like I just want to know I love him and I'm glad they're there.
Don't do that.
you know,
they
nah, I
stampede
probably
and they
would do
work
that.
together.
Yeah, I probably would do that. It sounded good, but I would do that. But
You could try
know,
riding one. That would
Yeah,
be better.
well,
just make
you
sure
know.
you have your GoPro on.
Yeah.
You got a
yeah.
GoPro. It's
Yeah, I
designed
wouldn't
for
want to
that.
miss that. Because I'd probably have to watch the film to remember it, to get to be a part of everything. Because I did. No.
Tourist
no,
name in Yosemite National Park
Yeah.
by a buffalo. Of all
I really
things.
would though, like I would never have to leave my country to stay busy for the next 20 years trying to go see some of the awesome things. Well, it's the same way with where you're at too. Like to go see all the cool stuff, it would take you years to actually just go explore your own countries, much less.
It has taken years,
Like-
man. Like I've been places like in the Rockies, especially. We were talking about this yesterday, me and my wife, because there was a rock slide in Banff, which is where I lived and worked for like many years, which is right in the heart of the Rocky Mountains, right where all the ski lodges and stuff are. Anyway, there was a rock slide, and we used to do a lot of hikes in canyons. And there's this one called Grotto Canyon, and I remember looking up, and like it's about a kilometer and a half, so like a mile in the sky, right?
Yeah.
And you're looking up there, and there's billy goats walking around, kicking off rocks like the
That's
size
awesome.
of softballs.
Yeah.
So if that hits you when you're in the canyon,
Yeah.
game over, man.
Yeah.
But you get to a certain part, and there's actually old school hieroglyphs. Like
Okay. Yeah.
on the friggin' wall, man.
That's
So it's
awesome.
like- and I remember seeing that and be like, what the? Like, this
We
was
have
so...
a place right out the road here called it's called Paint Lick Mountain.
Yep.
But you go across it, and up at the top on the rocks, it's real faded, but it's supposed to be from like so many thousand years ago, or
man.
however long ago it was.
There's
It's old
loads of
Indian-
history down your way, man.
Yeah,
There's
dude.
so much history. Like,
Yeah, dude. Well, just
I
right
love
here in the
old history.
Appalachians, man. Like I could spend the next 20 years and never leave the Appalachian Mountains,
Never.
or or the Piedmont. The Appalachian or Piedmont, either which one area.
Yep.
There's so much stuff because you figure like the Civil War stuff all down through the
Yep.
Piedmont
Yep.
area, and then
Well, my
even-
dad grew up down around there, and he said like he used to go around with my grandfather, finding like old war medals and arrowheads
Oh,
and
man.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
dude, there's-
They had a saber, a Confederate saber.
That's
I think
awesome, man.
Yeah, man, it's cool.
Well, I tell you, man, there's so much stuff right here that I wish that I could. I wish I had like a helicopter, so you didn't have to drive. You just be like helicopter.
Check
Land,
this
explore.
out. So I talked to my brother last night, all right? And he's like, hey man, he says he totally talks like Elvis. He's like, hey man. I'm
Hey,
like,
man.
what's up, bro? He's like, check this out. I got this fishing magnet. I'm like, what? He's like, I got this fishing magnet. I'm like,
Fishing magnet.
all right. And he's like, you're an electrician. He's like, I got it stuck to the side of the bridge. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what's a fishing magnet? He's
Right.
like, it's a magnet you throw in the water to catch
Yeah, to
metal.
catch- yeah,
but I didn't
yeah.
throw it far enough and it got stuck to the bridge and I can't get it
Oh, well,
unstuck.
then that's where it's gonna be at. That's where that.
I was like, what are you trying to do? He's like, don't you know all the things they throw in water? And I'll leave it at that.
Like,
Dude, what?
why didn't you throw your magnet out farther? Like,
What were you- yeah, anyway. So,
you know, I
fishing
have.
magnets. I learned something yesterday.
I have heard of that, like, and I have seen, people do it as far as like on TV and stuff. I've never personally went and done it, but I'm sure that they do find some
Apparently,
stuff.
they're
I
so
mean,
strong if they stick to an 8-inch metal I-beam.
Yeah, they
you are
don't
not
mind.
strong enough to remove it, dude.
Yeah, they don't.
I was like, you're gonna have to use reverse polarity. He's like, this thing's magnetized on both sides. I'm like, that's why you're a plumber and I'm an electrician.
And-
You're gonna need
but
another
you still got to
magnet,
get
bro.
to it.
You're gonna
gotta
need
get
another
to it.
magnet to pop it off. That's the only way you're gonna get to it. He's like, I tried a 2-foot crowbar. I was like, man, you're lucky you didn't fall off the bridge into the
Yeah.
water. Like that's
Like you got to
terrible
be
idea.
able to get to it to pull it off. So it's like man. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea.
Nah.
Shout out to bad ideas. I've had a few of them.
So be safe. It's Friday, guys. And if you're magnet fishing, bring 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Be mindful of your magnets, what we're saying.
Yeah. Just be careful out there.
Mind your magnet.
Yeah. Make good choices.
Yeah, make good choices. Make good choices, man. But shout out to it. It was a great conversation about AI. Tommy, appreciate you coming
Yeah,
on with me and Sean.
absolutely.
And I think I've rounded my corner as far as how I feel about AI. I totally respect it. I totally think we should use the tools at hand. And I think if you come up with a cool song that sounds awesome, it's awesome. And shout out to those that's really, putting the work in, trying to create stuff out of that. Yeah. But I also am always going to be a man that kind of leans more towards the actual, physical playing side of it. But that's just me. And I mean, everybody can have their own opinion about it. All I say is, like, if I have a co-writer, if me and Shine write a song together, it wouldn't be right for me to say I wrote it without saying I wrote it with Shine. Or I wrote it with Tommy. Or I wrote it with Suno. Or
give credit to the AI.
Yeah. Otherwise, you are kind of taken away from that craft. But at the same time, there's a craft in making good music with it as well. Like, you have to understand it's a tool. There's a way to do it better. Like, I'm sure people that have spent a lot of time with it and really gotten involved with it can do a hell of a lot better job with it than what I can. But my point, I hope, is made that for any of us out there that are trying to run a business or trying to advertise or running a show of any type, or you guys, you can have this thing help you write promos and help you write advertisements and radio spots, things like that maybe at one time you might would have had to pay somebody a couple $1,000s or a couple hundred or whatever it costs. You can do it right now for yourself and start exploring that, and you never know what kind of fun you're going to find either.
That's right.
That to me is I enjoyed coming on here before me and you came on. And I had that little song. I was like, yeah, we'll have the sky and shine.
Get two birds stoned at once. You know what I mean?
It made me happy. I know it's AI, but everybody else doing something. I'm like, well, maybe I'm gonna give me some of this AI stuff too. I want me a little bit. So my prompt was write me a hip hop song about Guy and Shine, always good vibes, and make it cool. And it clearly did.
I love how you had to specify and make it cool.
Right.
Don't make it mediocre.
Yeah, because it said
make
talk
it subpar at best.
It said talk to it like it was your friend, so I did.
It knows
because I would say that to my friend.
I will admit this. I do always say please and thank you to the machine.
I do too.
Just in case.
I do too. I do too.
It's the same thing I teach my
don't
son.
Try and
please, thank you,
me.
and I'm sorry. We'll get you further than
I do.
else in life.
I try to bribe the hell out of it. I ain't gonna lie.
Don't try to
please,
eliminate me
you.
in the future.
Just so you know, you're my best friend.
Yeah, and just shout out, I'm almost a ninja. I just want everybody to know that I'm almost
my
a ninja.
best friend.
Yeah. But hey, I mean, really, man, everybody, you guys take it and run with it and use it to your
maximize
advantage
your potential
in a good
know
way.
who's using the tool as well, because the people are the important. But know who's using it as a tool,
Right.
for whatever intention they have.
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly.
Well,
Live
yeah,
your
man.
life. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's
Use
why I
the
have fun
tools.
with it, man. That's what I do. Y'all see what I
Yeah,
do.
man.
I mean, to me, it's like it's just another tool
I'm
to
re-
put in my tool bag.
It's just past noon o'clock, and I'm ready to party with this groove in the background, man.
And you can see where specifying make it cool.
Well, I'm glad
Like,
you
they
said make
clearly
it cool,
did.
because I mean, if you didn't, who knows what we'd be dealing with now.
Right, you wouldn't have such a nice. You feel it? You can feel it, can't you? I'll turn it up a little bit where you can feel that bass bumping too.
Oh.
We should go out and dream with
Start with
this.
the shoulder block.
Yeah,
in the back.
it does. It makes you want to jump up in your chair, don't it? It's like, it does feel
We're going to
good.
Miami.
We're going to Miami.
I'm chilling with the family, hitting different
Boom,
chilling.
girls.
Yeah, see, it made it cool. It uses all the cool words.
on the live stream.
I like it. I think, it's, I feel like it elevated our game,
Shine is
Sean.
good vibes.
Should definitely
Shine
go
is
out
good
today with
vibes.
that.
I think I could nail that one, man.
Yeah, you could.
I'm gonna out AI. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Now
Now, I just need a
roll
video
out.
for this. I just need a video with our stuff in it
Uh-huh.
mixed in with this, and I ain't got I don't know how to do that yet, but I figured out.
I'll get you some shoplifting footage.
Yeah.
Piece it together.
But that's the kind of that
Yeah.
just to once again reiterate the point to everybody. Please use the tools at your advantage, and if you've got a business
Yeah.
you're trying to promote, like with Me and Shine, we're going to be doing this for a while, so it gives me an opportunity not to have to like I could totally do something like that, and I could come up with some work, but it frees me up to be able to be like, all right, well, once in a while we can change up and we can have a little different background music, and I don't have to spend a whole bunch of time with it to try to do it, and it's pretty cool. It's like, okay, that's cool. It's something to beat to, have in the background jamming or, as an intro song or something. And, you
There's
can
a
even
place
do a
for
little
everything.
video for it if
Use
you
the
wanted
tool.
to.
Don't let the tool use you. Right?
That's right. That's
That's it.
right. That's right. Well, shout out to everybody. Good Friday.
Yeah.
Good job, everybody. I appreciate y'all being here. What's that say? Greatness starts with you. Absolutely,
Absolutely,
brother Tommy.
man.
Indeed.
Good closer, man. Excellent.
Indeed, man. Good,
Tell the
good.
ones you love them. Keep on shining, baby. Enjoy the weekend. Guy and shine Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 11 to 1
Always
Eastern
good
It ain't my
Standard
fault.
Time.
It ain't my
Yeah.
fault.
Let me crack that out. Let me...
I could
Yeah.
see a video along the likes of "It Ain't My Fault" by Brothers Osmond. Yeah. Absolutely.
I actually had a
man.
crazy
Y'all-
dream that could go with this. But anyway, carry on.
Y'all see what happens, man.
Look
see,
what
there's
you've
always
done. Look what you've done.
Works of genius. And it even, that's another thing I really like, is it let me know that that's probably going to be a hit. Because it said your number one hit is being
If it
made.
starts asking you to digitally sign on the line, please don't
And
do that.
I must say that it said that it let me know that it felt like my idea was genius, because it said
You're
it
the
on the
smartest
top of the,
person I've ever talked to.
It did. It said
You're probably
it said
the
your
best looking
creative
man
genius.
I've ever met.
It said it right on top of the screen, so they can't do that. It
It
said
wouldn't lie to you. It
Right,
wouldn't
it
lie to
said
you.
your
would it?
creative genius is almost ready, and then it said your number one hit, and then it said a couple different really nice things about me.
If I wasn't a machine, I'd marry you.
I felt like it was
What?
awfully nice. I was like, "Oh, that's awful kind. That's
This is
Machine
nicer than
dirty
any
talk.
humans ever
that's
talked
great
to me.
feedback. That's great feedback." Like
Feedback.
I did.
Hook, line, and sinker.
So if anybody is as dumb as me, please get smarter.
Please start
For your
thinking.
own good. It costs a fortune. Hey, everybody thinks it costs a fortune to get an education. You ought to see how much it costs to be ignorant. Cost me a
I can
fortune.
second that.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to everybody, man. Good vibes. Appreciate y'all being here. We'll see you guys Monday,
Have a great
11 o'clock
weekend.
to 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We appreciate you guys.
Be
Always
safe.
good vibes.
Keep thinking. All right. Goodbye.
I've been in a hurry since I don't know when. Gotta bring it on back. Start over again. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old day. The kind where a guy like me wins a race. Yeah, slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old place. The kind where a guy like me wins the race. Well, I got me a woman, yeah, she's better than most. Yeah, I get the space I need to really cut loose. Yeah, she slows it on down to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins the race. You slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old thing. The kind where God like me when the rain. Slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old thing. The kind where God like me when the rain. Yeah, slow it down.
What's up? It's your boy, Guy. We live. My boy Sean on the mic, and it's always good vibes. It's always good vibes with Guy and Sean. GOODVIBES. Always good vibes. Guy and Sean. It's always good vibes.
Slow it on down, guys. Good vibes, man. Always good vibes. Always good vibes on all of the beautiful people out there. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day.
We all gonna shine. Somebody told me to